I've been working with a client who's been wrestling with whether to sell his current home or to rent it out. It's a big decision, and the answer isn't always straightforward. The idea of generating potential income from renting can be quite tempting, but my go-to response is always, do you really want to be a landlord? Managing a rental property involves much more than just collecting rent checks each month, especially if those checks don't always arrive on time. It can be both challenging and time-consuming. Consider the logistics. How far are you moving? You'll need to handle ongoing maintenance, and that could mean a 2 a.m. call about a leaking toilet. And what happens if the tenant wants to break their lease before the 12 months are up? Even if becoming a landlord appeals to you, is your current home suitable for renting? Is the neighborhood in demand for rentals? Another important factor, if you've invested a lot in your home over the years, will a renter care for it as well as you did? Or do you need to invest in renovations before it's ready to rent? Unfortunately, not all renters will maintain the property as you did, and you could end up spending more on repairs and renovations once they leave. Are you okay with allowing pets? Is your main goal generating extra income? Remember to plan for additional costs. These include your mortgage, property taxes, homeowners insurance, maintenance repairs, tenant finance expenses, and background checks. And what happens if your property sits vacant for a few months? The rental income you were counting on might not be there. You could hire a property manager or a property management company to ease the burden, but they typically charge around 10% of the monthly rent. If you live in a townhouse or condo, check whether rentals are allowed. Sometimes the HOA charges an extra fee for renting, which could make it harder to rent out if you pass this fee on to the tenants. Over the years, I've heard many horror stories from landlords who ended up with more headaches than profits. It might be worth talking to other landlords and do a detailed cost analysis. At the end of the day, do you have a clear grasp of the total cost, time, and effort involved? You might find that selling your home is the best financial decision and much less stressful in the long run. Whether to sell or rent out your house is a personal decision that depends on your unique circumstances. Whatever you decide, take the time to carefully consider your options. I'm always here to provide advice and, most importantly, support your decision.